Toy Spot, we are having a look at the DC Collectibles, DC Comics, the new 52, The Flash. Flash is from Earth 2, as that's why his appearance looks maybe slightly different than the Flash that we know and recognize. A slightly older figure as well that Spot just recently picked up. Actually, I picked up 3 figures. Now, I know I haven't done the review of Green Lantern that we just had a look at. I know I didn't do the review of The Flash, but I also did pick up this guy right here. I basically picked up all 3 figures, so ultimately, I might just do a throwback of this guy if I've already done him, expect a throwback for him to come. As for your read-up on Flash, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Mere moments before the Olympian god Mercury succumbs to death, he entrusts young Jay Garrick with godlike speed to take on the threats of more dangerous world. Based on the design seen in the monthly Earth 2 comic book, is the latest action figure from DC Collectibles, The Flash. As noted earlier, about 5 seconds ago, other figures available are Earth 2 Wonder Woman, which we did already have a look at, Earth 2 Green Lantern, we just did a video of, and the pending Earth 2 Batman, which again, I think I've already done, so I'm not quite certain on that. For product info and more, go to www.dccomics.com. On the other end of that, Comic Shop Locator service. It's as easy as going www.comicsshoplocator.com. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. When we come back, though, we're going to get a better look at the Earth 2 Flash. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Flash, sadly, much like the Green Lantern that we had a look at, doesn't come with a display stand. They tease you, they do, with a peg hole on the underside of his foot, but sadly, no display stand to speak of. Where I was slightly lukewarm on the Green Lantern, just something about it wasn't crazy about. I have to admit, the flip end feeling when it comes to the Flash here. He does look drastically different than the Flash design that I know and grew up with, but I really like the design of him. He has a sleekness to him, and the coloring is so vibrant on him. He, of course, is not without some QC issues. I guess the one ongoing one is seems areas that have rotations, especially like biceps, seems to be missing on paint. Just looks like either been scraped away or just simply been left off altogether. Before we dissect further, let's have a look at his face. His face is like classic Flash, more Golden Age Flash, but a slight variation to that. The dome in this case, or the helmet, becomes almost more like a dome to his head, and he's got this clear visor over top of his eyes. I don't know if you can see it, but there's what it looks like on the underside. You can't remove the helmet. The helmet is not removable. It's completely affixed to him. He's also got the little side wings there. Face, I think, I don't know if I'm not crazy about the face, but I think it might just be because the visor on the front is distorting the look of the face. If I can slightly tip it up, the face is really good. Really good. But somehow when you start looking at it from the front, this visor distorts everything, and it ends up making the figure face, in all honesty, a little more on the uglier side. I like that they've given him a little smirk. That's very Flash to me. But I wish there was some way, maybe they had changed the plastic, because the face is quite good. Just the visor on the front is what's distorting it for me. The coloring on this Flash is blue. It almost reads as Spider-Man in the sense of the coloring. The blue, the reds, of course incorporating yellow, not really a Spider-Man color. And then he's got some silver accents, a little silver on the sides, as well as zippers on the fronts of his boots here. He's got gold on the undersides of his feet, and he has a slight curl to the toes of his boots. The figure is, again, very on the lanky side. In fact, segue ourselves over to the Green Lantern that we already had a look at. Green Lantern is just a little bit bigger, especially when you look at the torso area. I mean, Flash should be a skinnier figure anyways, or a skinnier character. By the way as well, he is also taller than Green Lantern. One of the other things I really like is this little swoosh, this whoosh. Lightning bolt down the side that runs all the way down one side of his leg. The other leg is completely omitted of that. The red is just stunning. I feel like it's the same red that they used for the new 52 Flash, not the regular Flash, when they re-released him with this kind of metallic red. Quite a nice coloring. The blue also is a nice coloring, and really, this blue is perfect for Spider-Man. I don't want to start mixing comic companies, but the one hand on Flash is slightly curved. I guess you could pose it in a way that incorporates that if you so wish. The other hand is kind of just more so a partially closed hand for almost gripping something. Again, he doesn't come with any sort of accessories to speak of, though. When it comes to his poseability, Flash's head is on a ball joint. He also doesn't seem to have as much, or maybe he does have the same tilt to the neck, and it just doesn't bother me as much as it did with Green Lantern. Also, no real significant paint. Paint gloppy or paint missing or anything like that. A little bit of paint on the back missing, but mileage may vary from figure to figure. Resuming with poseability, his arms go to about there. They don't go any further because he's got these big, just spheres of shoulders here that kind of limit. That's about as far out as you can get them. A full rotation though on the arms, a bend at the elbow, a rotation not only in the bicep area, but also a rotation in the gauntlet area. That also is the same for Green Lantern. So you're not really rotating him by the wrist, you're rotating him by the gauntlet right there. He has no waist swivel to speak of. His legs go forward and back and out a lot, I might add. He has a bend at the knee, a swivel right at the top of the boot, and a hinge in the foot. Comparing the two, I like this one more than I like Green Lantern. Something about Green Lantern, just not digging it for me. Just not doing it. Flash, on the other hand, his design is a little unique, but I do think it looks good as a figure. The only strike I could give it, and it's no real strike against the sculpt, but the dome is what's killing a really great face sculpt for me. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the DC Collectibles. This was the Earth 2 Flash. Earth 2 Flash. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have the review of Batman right around the corner. I may or may not have already had a look at him, but we'll look at him again if that's the case. As always, thanks for watching as you always do, guys. Thanks for commenting down below and liking these videos. I'll see you guys next time.